Welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time watching. My name is Megan, and this is my really cluttered and untidy home. There's my laundry, there's my clean laundry, and there's my pile in the corner. And here is the result of my daughter realizing that she loves tearing up toilet paper, and then my cluttered mess, and me being frustrated with myself mostly. I can't even blame the rest of my family for most of this because I am the one who is here the most. I mean, to be fair, with a toddler. Oh, and the dogs. Hi, Archie. And hello, alligator toy from the pool vacation that we had. But I am the one who does this to myself. Almost everything that you see here was put here by me or my daughter, but again, I'm the adult here with her all the time. And so, yeah, like even so that green lunchbox, I just got that for my older son. The jelly or jam up there, I just brought home. The pizza box, I am about to make a pizza for lunch. And everything is, I'm just so happy with what I'm about to undertake here. But everything that is on the surfaces pretty much was put there by me. And in my, going about my day, being distracted, whatever, I just leave it. I leave it there. I leave it there for later, and then later comes, and then I'm angry and upset with myself. And so here we are. In this moment, you can see that I'm kind of jamming out. My daughter is listening to her to her music, but so I do take some, I try to make it as joyful as I can when I clean up, but I just am frustrated with myself every time I get back to this state of being, right? Where it's just a mess, there's clutter, there's disappointment, and I don't have anybody else to blame. It is just me. And I think I've really come to accept and embrace that over the last few months, because I kept thinking like, my family never puts things away. My son never puts things away. He never puts anything in the dishwasher. But that's just not true. I think now he really, maybe that used to be true, but he does now. He is more aware. My husband is very helpful. He participates, which I appreciate. And like I said, I'm the one in the house all the time. I'm the one. It's me. I'm the problem. It's me. So here we are, just dealing with the consequences of our own actions. What I will say, though, is that if you look at this countertop, maybe we'll get a better view, but this countertop is actually not terrible. I'm going to put in a picture or a clip here of what my countertops looked like when I first started this channel, because I was going back and looking at what my most popular video was, and it's from, I think 7 or 8 months ago. And this is what it looked like. This is what it looked like then. And so I have to say, we have made a lot of progress since then, because I have not gotten the countertops looking that bad ever again. Like, that was the last time the countertops looked that horrific. I think we have done, as a family, a very nice job of not allowing that level of chaos to happen again. And I think it's a testament to the consistency that I've had since starting my decluttering journey all those months ago. I think it's been about 9 months, because I started in January, consciously trying to declutter, consciously being more aware of cleaning and tidying and just keeping up with things. And so while obviously, clearly, this is not perfect, it is so much better. So much better than it was before. So good job to me. Gold star to myself. I say that a lot. I noticed recently that I say that a lot, like, good job to myself. I hope you guys give yourself kudos too. Like, I hope that you celebrate the wins that are going on in your life if you have made any improvements, if you have even done just like little things, right? It doesn't have to be perfect. Like, look at me. This is not perfect, but I'm still proud of myself. It's way better than it was. So if you've done something small, oh, this is that's a little beeswax pine cone candle. It is delightful. It smells like honey. I really like that. But back to this. Sorry, easily distracted. I want to get back to the candle, but let me finish telling you that you should hype yourself up. Hype yourself up. That is something I've learned as I've gotten older, that nobody's going to encourage you the way that exactly how you want. I mean, unless you, I don't know, maybe you do have people in your life that encourage you really well, but you got to hype yourself up. Honestly, you have to celebrate the wins in your life. You have to celebrate what you have accomplished, because nobody else is going to notice all the little things unless you point it out. And you should point it out. If you have been working on something diligently and maybe the results aren't super dramatic, you should still celebrate. That's all. That's what I want to say about that. Also, you should write your goals down. You know what? This isn't even a cleaning video anymore. I'm just going to give you advice. I'm going to give you all of the advice that I've learned in the last 40 years, because I'm about to turn 41. No, I guess maybe I'll make a different video about that. But this advice is really true. Write down your goals. Okay, I lost some of what I just recorded anyway because of Bluetooth issues. But I think what I was trying to say to you is write down your goals and review them. That is the important part. Review your goals I'd say like once a quarter, every 3 months or so. And that is an incredible way for you to actually see how much progress that you've made over time, because I think it's so easy to kind of just float through life and, maybe you have some goals. Yeah, maybe you have some stuff you're working on, but you don't really acknowledge it. Oh, also, don't look. That drawer, or that cabinet rather, is terrifying again. And I had a whole video where I decluttered it, and it is back to its scary self. So we'll have to readdress that at some point. But back to my point. You may have goals, you may have things that you're working on, but if you don't write them down and then look back every once in a while, you don't fully realize how much progress you are making in your life. So, for instance, I myself am in a therapy group. As a client, so I'm a therapist. Look at me go. Don't you want to hire me? I'm so professional. Oh, okay. All right. I'm going to get back to the goals, but I also really want to talk about this. Look at what I'm about to do right here. So this is a prime example of a way that I have improved myself over the last few months. Every bone in my body, every instinct I had these extra gallon Ziploc bags that didn't fit nicely in this drawer, and I just shoved them in there. That was my instinct. Look at this. I'm so frustrated with myself, because my incorrect instinct was to just shove them in there and be lazy about it, right? But I realized in this moment that was not going to serve me moving forward, because every time I would open that drawer moving forward, I was going to be upset because it was going to get in my way. So I did a very small adjustment and put them in the drawer just below that I don't use as much, where they're not going to cause me stress and anxiety and resentment every day. That is a huge area of growth for me, that I am overcoming this inherent laziness that I have, because I'm understanding. Sorry, I'm having a dance party with my daughter and her little pig. But I'm understanding now that I did not understand before, that being lazy in the moment really is a huge disservice to your future self, because it's going to cause so much more work down the road. Or at least annoyance, I guess, in that case. But anyway, back to goal setting, because this is really, really, really important. I am a client in a therapy group, and every year, we have 2 semesters. I think they go from like February or March to September, and then again, September to February or March. And at the beginning of each semester, we write down our goals. We write down a vision of the type of person that we want to be. And then like this year or this semester, like we just did it because it's September. So I think this semester I wrote down something like, I want to be a woman who prioritizes my family, like my husband and my children, while also still succeeding and achieving in, my business and whatever. I don't know, whatever it is. I guess I could read it. Oh, here's the next day. I had to go to sleep and wake up and start over because my daughter wanted to play with me at the end of the day yesterday. So I stopped because I'm honoring her. See, this is a perfect example of what I was just saying. I want to be someone who prioritizes my family over everything else, even cleaning and organizing. So anyway, that's what I wrote down as my goal. But what I was blown away by is that last semester, so last February, I wrote down all of these goals that I had. Get my daughter into daycare, like transition her into daycare so I can have more time for myself and more, ability to work and all that. Grow my YouTube channel, do this, do that. And it was so incredible to look back and just really appreciate how drastically my life has changed over the last 6 to 9 months. Since the beginning of this year, I was able to start a YouTube channel from scratch, grow it to over 1,000 subscribers and get monetized. I did not want to put the dishes away again. This is the second time in this video that I'm putting clean dishes away. And I apologize for that, but it has to be done. Anyway, I have, I think, $4 in my YouTube account now. So I am really making it work. Those last 9 months of work really are paying off now that I'm monetized. No, but it was a goal that I had, and I am just so proud of myself. So I started the YouTube channel. I grew it. I reached my goal of getting monetized. I have lost since the beginning of the year total, I've lost about 13 pounds. Since the beginning of the year, I have gotten my daughter adjusted to daycare. She's doing fantastic. I've started a whole business, with a friend, actually with 2 friends. We've started our business. We have an office, we have clients. I'm not making a lot of money yet, but that's okay. A new business doesn't make money for the first couple of years. What else have I accomplished? I've made a friend. That's a huge deal for me. I don't know if making new friends is hard for anybody else, but it's super hard and awkward for me. And sorry, if Beth is listening to this, which she definitely won't be, but if she is listening to this, please stop, because I'm about to say nice things about you and your ego is already huge. So you need to tune out, but everybody else can listen. So Beth has become like the perfect friend for me right now, because our relationship is pretty much all texting, which is incredible. Occasionally we'll do a FaceTime or a call, but mostly we just text. And we both understand that if the other one is busy or has to like pop out and do something in their real life, that we can do that, and like nobody gets offended. And it's just really great. Like, I don't have the type of lifestyle right now where I can just go out to brunch with the girls or, go to a comedy show at night or something with friends. My time, is really wrapped up in raising my family and working. So those are my priorities right now. But I still was hoping for friendship. I just didn't have a lot of extra time to devote to it, like for extracurricular activities. So Beth has been the perfect friend right now for this stage of life. So super grateful to her. Also, she has been an incredible YouTube friend and supporter, because she also has a YouTube channel. And we have just really been encouraging each other, helping each other. Mostly she's been helping me, honestly, because even though we were around, like pretty similarly sized when we first started chatting, she has exploded to over 15,000 subscribers. And she is just kicking butt and taking names, man. Like, her brain, this is another reason why it's good for me. Like, I don't know why she wants to be my friend, but I like to be her friend because she has a different brain than me and I need her help. She has, look at all this stuff that I have just not been dealing with. Every time I see this part of the counter, I just walk away. But today we're dealing with it. So again, good job, me, gold star. But anyway, yeah, Beth's brain is incredible. She is analytic. She likes data. She actually understands what to do with the data and the analysis of that. And she really is just a strategic thinker. And so I am not at all. Like, I am a big picture kind of person. I've said that a million times, but I really look at the big picture of things. I am not a details kind of gal. So she has really pushed me in that area. And that is why it is so important to partner with people who are a little bit different than you and have a different perspective, because you are going to grow and develop so much more quickly if you have someone else and their perspective with you. So anyway, and that's also my business partner, Linda, is also like that. Like, her brain also is different. Like, she's a spreadsheet, Excel kind of person. And I just really appreciate that, because my brain is not like that. So I need those people in my life so that I can succeed, because honestly, like, if not for those types of friends, I don't think I would be where I am today with YouTube or with my counseling business. So bravo to friends and people who are different, have different brains than you do. What else did I accomplish? I don't know. I think those are like kind of the main big hitters, right? Like, that's a lot for a little bit. So I just encourage you guys, if you don't already write down your goals or have a way of keeping track of your goals, you should figure that out and do it, because it's so fun and encouraging to look back at your life and say, oh my gosh, I can't believe that was a goal that I wrote down and now it's true. Like, it came true and it's happening. I was super struck by that, especially with my daughter adjusting to I was going to say preschool, but daycare. Like, that was something I was so scared about and so apprehensive about when I wrote it down, because I just could not imagine her accepting being in someone else's care, even for half a day. And now she's doing great. I dropped her off this morning. She was perfectly happy, walked right in. She has her little routine, and she did great. So write down your goals, look back on them, give yourself a pat on the back, give yourself a gold star. If I ever do merch, I think that's what I'm going to do, is like just sell packages of gold stars for like $1. That's it. Oh, there's my baby. Yeah, because I think we all deserve a gold star, and you should give it to yourself. So cute. She's so adorable when she's in a good mood, and when she's not in a good mood, she's still adorable, but you know, just a little more trying on my nerves. All right, so what are we doing with the cleaning? Let's refocus. I guess this is a cleaning and decluttering video after all. Let's see what's happening here. I don't know. I'm talking to Emilie. I'm putting things away. Oh, she is asking for a snack, so I'm giving her a snack. By the way, I am the best mom probably ever to exist. Wait till you see the breakfast that I'm giving this child. It involves animal crackers, rainbow sprinkles, and some blueberries. And that's her breakfast. So I am a champion. I don't know. I'm sorry. I know people. Okay, guys, I'm going to get a little on a soapbox right now, so bear with me. But I know some people who are so adamantly against giving their children any sugar. And I used to kind of be on that bandwagon, right? When I first met my husband, he had our son. It was his son first, and now it's our son. But when I first met them, I was mortified by the amount of like red dye and sugar that he would eat at like 5 and 6 years old. But now I get it. And I know people who are, committed to never giving their children sugar, and that is amazing. If you are able to stick to that and provide that for your children, that is ideal, and I love that for you. But for me, I don't know. I think I've just let go of a lot of things since having my daughter. There's so many things, like breastfeeding, right? Like, I'm sorry if I lose followers over this, but like, I used to really think like, okay, I'm going to do it. Like, I don't want to breastfeed. I don't particularly like being touched. I get overstimulated really easily. I didn't want to breastfeed, but you hear all this stuff about breast milk and formula and blah, 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 whatever. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try. I will try. You guys, it didn't work. And there's a whole lot of reasons why it didn't work, but whatever. Bottom line, it did not work. I can't tell you how happy I am that I could not breastfeed, because it would have driven me over the edge. Like, I would not be here to tell the tale right now, because I don't think my mental health could have handled breastfeeding, pumping or nursing, whatever. I don't think it was for me. So formula was incredible. It kept my daughter alive. It made her very healthy and extra large. She is a super tall child. She was a very chubby baby. And formula was great. It was great. And that wasn't what I thought was going to happen, but that's what happened, and it was perfect. And now I will give her whatever. I will give her French fries from McDonald's, although she's over that right now. She doesn't want French fries anymore, which is fine. I will give her animal crackers. I'll give her sprinkles. I give her juice mixed with water. Sometimes I give it to her straight. I'm not going to even lie. Sometimes I just give her a juice box. And you know what? She's fine. Everything's great. We're okay. It's okay. I wasn't going to do a lot of screen time. Guess who has an iPad? Emilie has an iPad. Sometimes life just, you got to pick your battles, right? You have to pick your priorities and your battles. And I think for right now, this season of life is a season of, I don't want to say survival, because that's not necessarily true. I think we're coming out of survival mode a little bit, but this is a season of doing our best in the moment and not sweating the small stuff. We're just not sweating the small stuff. Like, I think I put out a short video the other day about how, my meal planning for dinners went this week. And I have been just not planning anything and going to the grocery store. Oh, I'm smelling the different soaps. Trying to pick what soap I want to use next. I have a real issue with certain scents, and so I have to be careful which ones I pick. But this brand, I forget Mrs. Meyer's, I think. Everything is usually fine from her, but her, like, it's a person making the soap. Anyway, what on earth was I saying? Oh my gosh, I got lost. Oh, and this smell I really love. This is, I've talked about this a few times, the Thieves from Young Living. I don't typically support MLMs, but this particular product smells so yummy, and it is such a comforting, warm smell for fall. So I love it. And that's what we use as a cleaner in the kitchen. Oh gosh, this is going to drive me nuts. It's going to drive me nuts. All right, I'm going to stop and I'm going to go back and listen. Hold on. Okay, we're back. I love the power of the recording, because you can go back and like see what happened to your brain. But I was talking about meal planning and my struggles with meal planning, and how there were several times over the last couple weeks since we got back from vacation where I did not have a plan at all for our dinners, and I just kind of like, I don't know, I had to go to the store like the day of and whatever. So I have decided that good enough is good enough. Like, good enough is great. So I didn't have it in me to plan like all these meals from scratch for the week before I went to the store over the weekend, but I did have the energy to go to Costco. And while I was at Costco, I just picked up stuff as I went. I knew that I needed a certain number of meals. Obviously, I had, there's 7 days in a week. So I just told myself, Megan, go to the store, pick 7 meals. It doesn't matter what they are. It doesn't matter. Oh, look at this beautiful countertop. Look at that. Good job. That was amazing. I did such a nice job with this. And it felt really good at the end too. Like it just always feels so nice when it's clean. Oh, and then it feels, so defeating to come back over here. But let me just finish this up real quick. So I gave myself permission to just go to the store, pick 7 things. Didn't matter if it was pre-prepared stuff or if it was stuff to make from scratch, whatever. And I picked 7 things that were pre-packaged that all I would have to do is heat it up. And I feel so good about that plan because every single night there is something that my family can eat and I don't have to think about it and I don't have to waste my brain power on it. And that is the most important thing. And I think another thing that I'm learning right now is that my brain power is finite, right? I think there's this like concept about spoons, like, people with like chronic illness or with chronic fatigue, or just anyone in general. I think humans in general, like you only have so many spoons, right? You only have a certain number every day of spoons. And if you expend all of them on one thing, then you don't have any left. And so I don't have extra spoons for meal planning right now. And I think that's okay. And so what I do have spoons for is to plan it all at once in an easy way and then just not ever think about it again for the rest of the week. That is what I have the energy for. And that is what I did this week. And so far, so good. It's going well. I mean, it's Tuesday, so there's still time. But anytime anyone in my family this week has said like, oh, I'm hungry, I've had something that I could just whip up real quick for them or that they can make for themselves. Like even my 12-year-old has been able to just grab stuff and like pop it in the air fryer for himself. So I'm really happy with that revelation. And I hope that you can find those things too, where it's like, where have I been using way too much effort that I could just simplify, And sometimes that solution maybe is a little more expensive or whatever, but if you can figure out some hacks, like do a hack. It doesn't have to be perfect. You don't have to be an overachiever in every area of your life. You could just be a regular achiever, like just be average. It's fine. Okay, let's get back to the cleaning and organizing. So this basket is all my work stuff. So I decided while I was cleaning the table that I was going to reorganize my work. Oh, motivational interviewing. I really need to read that book, in all of my free time that I have. But I'm just putting all of my like notebooks, my calendar, my 2017 Chromebook, putting it all in the basket and taking all the stuff out of the basket that has just somehow fallen or been thrown in there. And that's my little home office. And then I decided to go through the diaper bags and all the stuff that really has just been accumulating in that corner. I think what's really good about like a weekend reset is it gives you time to just address the things that you ignore all week. And yes, before anyone types it, I understand I could and should just clean as I go. I should put things away where they belong as I go. I do understand that. That is a concept that makes logical sense. But for someone such as myself, who grew up in complete chaos with zero training in how to maintain my space, that does not come naturally to me. And you saw earlier, I am working on overriding some of those unhelpful instincts. I am working on it, but please don't type. please, I beg you, do not type in the comments, you should just clean as you go. Because I know, I do, I know I should, everyone should. My dogs should do that. My 2-year-old should do that. Everybody should do that. I'm not there yet. And maybe one day I will, but then I wouldn't have these long, luxurious, lengthy weekend reset cleaning videos for you. So that would be a loss for everyone. Also, this is the cutest thing that I have ever seen in my life. Almost the cute, but it's up there. It's like in the top 5. Emilie has learned how to use our trash can, and she freaking loves throwing things away by herself. So she's helping me throw away the junk mail, and it just melts my heart. I'm so happy. She's in that perfect stage right now where she can help and actually like is slightly useful. Like her helping is not just getting in the way. I mean, sometimes that is how it works with little kids, but like this is actually helpful. It's adorable and helpful, and I really appreciate it. It's so freaking cute. I know that eventually they don't think helping is very fun anymore, but right now I'm just taking advantage of it. All right, guys, we have like 4 or 5 minutes left. What else do we need to talk about? What am I leaving left unsaid? What do I need you to know? I guess the last thing I want to share with anybody who's still watching is just how appreciative I am of my subscribers, just anybody who is subscribed, or even if you're not a subscriber, I appreciate your time and that you are watching me. Although if you are still watching me at this point in the video and you haven't subscribed, would you mind doing that for me? Because I don't know, it just helps me feel more special. I get a little dopamine hit every time I see my subscriber count go up. But in all honesty, I really, really do appreciate it. This has been such a cool experience for me. This is something I've always wanted to do, is have my own YouTube channel and be part of this creator community. And it's just been really fun. It's been fun, and I love interacting with you guys. I love the questions. I love the comments. Even I know I really went on a rant there about clean as you go, but even the suggestions. I love the suggestions. I love it all. I love the hate. I love the love. I love everything. It's so much fun. And this honestly has given me such a confidence boost. It's given me a huge motivation to keep going, even when some of the things that I've been working on have felt like a drag. And it's given me this sounds so silly, but it's given me a purpose. Like when I started this channel, I was a stay-at-home mom. I didn't have my business. I was getting really just sad and lonely. And I don't know, I'm somebody who always really loved going to work because it was so stimulating mentally for me. And as much as I love being a mom, just staying home with my daughter was not satisfying. It just like, it was satisfying in one area of my life, but I wasn't experiencing like this well-rounded, it just wasn't a well-rounded life. And so YouTube really gave me a direction and gave me something to do and gave me something to focus on when I needed that the most. So, and it brought me my friend, Beth. And it also has connected me with several other people like Jeri and Emilie, and I'll put their channels down below too. Jeri has a great channel. She's amazing. She's a very smart lady, and Emilie is also amazing and a very smart lady, and I love their channels, and I've enjoyed following them and encouraging them, and yeah, it's just been a really fun connection experience, and I hope that it just continues to be super fun over the next however long. Oh, and I made myself a note to talk about this plexiglass on the table because nobody has asked about it, but I think it looks weird. this is juicy and I only have 2 minutes, but stick with me. My husband and I broke up for a very short period of time before we got married. And as soon as I moved out at that time, he bought a new dining room set. I would never have picked this dining set. I don't like these chairs. I think they're ugly as sin. And the table is fine, but it's wood and it shows marks and scratches so easily. So anyway, I moved back in, we got married, we had a baby, life is fantastic. But he picked this dining set when we were broken up. For the record, I did not pick it. And he made this plexiglass topper for it. I mean, he didn't make the plexiglass from scratch, but he bought the plexiglass and he cut the plexiglass to size. And so now we have this. And I'm very grateful for it because it obviously is protecting this table from just life. But it does look a little funny, and I don't love it. But again, stages of life, right? We're all in different stages of life. Right now, we're in a stage of life where we need a plexiglass cover on our table because we are terrible people who make a lot of messes. So anyway, grateful for my husband. He is so talented and so handy. He remodeled the whole kitchen basically by himself. He put in new floors for the whole house all by himself. He's pretty incredible. But that's my juicy story. And that's all I have for you today. Thank you so much for watching. I love you. I love you. I love you. Check out my email list. I'm going to be doing something really exciting later this year. Goodbye. See you next time.